Alright, so if there's anything that I have learned about this Vancouver Canucks team this season, it's that they are never short of storylines, and today is no different because Conor Garland is the topic of discussion. And when I talk about kings on this show, this is one. This is one of those guys because he shows up every single night, especially now in the absence of some of our all-stars like when Boeser was out for that period of time and JT Miller now. Garland has been the guy to step up. He's almost point per game. He got 3 points today, 2 goals and an assist. But it's not just the points, it's also a lot of the stuff away from the puck, but we'll get into that. I just wanted to highlight Garland because he's been that good for us. And also, speaking of players that have been good for us, Kevin Lankinen is going to earn himself a bag this offseason. He's not even making a mill right now, and he made a game-breaking save today, which we'll talk about momentarily. But for now, let's jump straight into the first period of play. Overall, this was a fun game to watch. The first, though, was probably the lowest in terms of highlights. You had a couple of chances for the Canucks, but nothing went. The Sabres probably had the better of the opportunities in the first, and they finally broke through in the last few minutes of the period. Bowen Byram jumping up on the play here, gets on the end of a shot, tips it home. 1-0 Sabres. You can't really fault Lankinen, not much you could do here, and his defenseman didn't box out, so it's a tough one, but we move on to the second period. Now this is the period where I feel the Vancouver Canucks deserved a lot more than they got credited for. They had so many chances, starting off with this one right here from Pettersson. Nice feed from Garland, and Petey makes a nice move, beats Lankinen, but he's way too deep and puts it off the pad. Did basically all he could with the space he was given, but it's not good enough. Later on, Joshua makes a nice feed over to Tyler Myers. I don't know how he's not putting this in. It's a gaping wide net, but he doesn't make contact. Score remains 1-0. Later, it's Danton Heinen short-handed on a 2-on-1, but he hits the post with the shot, goes out of play. Another close one. Finally, the Vancouver Canucks break through with a well-deserved goal. It's Boeser over to Suter, who has a shot, and then it's DeBrusk who picks up the rebound, puts it by Lankinen, and ties the game up at 1. DeBrusk has been on an absolute tear. Moving on now to the third, a very chaotic period. The Vancouver Canucks earn themselves a double minor power play, 4-minute power play, and they capitalize on it. It's Conor Garland off of this Boeser feed here, puts it in backdoor to make it a 2-1 game. Love to see it. Right after that, Quinn Hughes with a really nice seeing eye pass over to Brock Boeser. He has a breakaway, but he can't get it by UPL. But we get a second chance at a breakaway, as Conor Garland makes one of the most underrated plays I've seen this season. Getting in front of the shot, blocking it, which leads to a breakaway for Suter, and he makes no mistake putting it by Lankinen, giving the Canucks a 3-1 lead. You've got to love the heart from Garland, man. Getting in front of the shot and being rewarded for it straight after, it's very nice to see. The only issue is that the Vancouver Canucks tried to spend the rest of this game defending their lead, which didn't work. Lankinen made some nice saves, but there's only so much he can do, as the Canucks let Cousins walk in here, have a shot, and he puts it by Lankinen. 3-2 game. 2 minutes later, and it's one of the flukiest goals I've ever seen. Shot there, goes off of Tuck, off of Cousins' face, and into the net past Lankinen. You're not going to score luckier goals than that, but it's a 3-3 game, and we need overtime. And in this overtime, the Canucks basically took over for the first half of it. Quinn Hughes had the puck for about a minute and a half, trying to create a chance. Got some good opportunities, but nothing went in. And then the Sabres finally get the puck, and they get this chance right here, which I thought was going to for sure be the game winner. But Kevin Lankinen, with a marvelous save here, keeps it out somehow. Right after that, the Canucks come back. It's Hughes, makes a nice dash over to Garland, who blocks the puck. The mini hockey strategy works as he puts it in the back of the net. The Vancouver Canucks win 4-3. A very good game and a very good 2 points to get. Low-key, the Sabres are actually a pretty fun team to watch, and they have some pretty exciting players. Surprisingly deep with guys like Thompson and Tuck and Dahlin and Power and Byram and Cousins. They have a ton of good guys. I'm probably missing a couple. But yeah, they're definitely a worthy opponent. The Vancouver Canucks, though, had themselves a good game despite a couple of injuries. Hronek was out if you missed it last game. He hurt himself with about a minute to go against the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's going to be a bit of a blow. So we'll see what the Vancouver Canucks do. My question in the comments, do you think they're going to get a defenseman in the trade market? And who do you think that person will be? Let me know down below. But yeah, that's all from me in this video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you bright and early on Sunday as the Vancouver Canucks take on the Detroit Red Wings. Give me your predictions for that as well. For now, peace out and take care.